Today we're going to make some fish habitat for our new pond. You make this habitat so that the little baby fish have a place to hide and get away from the big fish, so the big fish don't just eat them all up easily. Let's get to it. Got some of this leftover conduit from where the guys are putting in the fiber optic stuff everywhere, and they have these little pieces left over and they can't do anything with them, so they end up leaving them on the side of the road, or just they fall off the truck, or just so happens that one of those companies rents a shop right next to my shop, and they have a bunch of these cut-offs, and so they said I could have them, and they're perfect for making fish habitat because they don't rot or anything. So I'm gonna cut up a bunch of those and use an old thin culvert that didn't really work for what I was doing and try to make it useful. We're just going to cut off about 6-foot pieces. Doesn't have to be exact. The fish don't care at all. Holes in this thing. Drill's a piece of junk. Doesn't have any power. Now I'm going to drill more holes exactly opposite of these. You know, it's a pretty weak drill when it can't even drill through corrugated plastic. Then we're going to turn it 90 degrees and do the same thing in between these holes. And then we turn it directly opposite of these holes and drill some more. Alright. Now try to shove them through there. Pipe. Oh well, there's plenty more at the neighbor's. Alright. Well, I'm out of pipe, so I have to get some more, but you get the gist of it. Kind of simulates a Christmas tree or something under the water, brush that the fish can kind of hide through. You know, the outside is one thing, but if you look on the inside, That's probably going to be the real hiding place where the big fish can't really get in there very good. Nothing else, it just gives the little fish something to bob and weave around. Try to get away from them. Well, it's been a few months, but we're back at it with this fish habitat project. It's getting close to bluegill spawning time, so we figured we better get this thing done. Drilled holes, I got some more conduit. Well, that was a lot easier to get in there than the last one. There. I'll be glad to get these things out of my shop. They're taking up a lot of room and making it a mess. So we better get these things in the water.
Started.
This might be kind of tough. Some of these are pretty heavy. Let's take the lightest one first. Alright, well here I go. It's a little bit scary having a tippy kayak with this awkward structure, but let's give it a shot. Discovery as I'm putting that first thing in the water, but it floats. I made sure everything filled up with water, but apparently that conduit floats, so I'm gonna have to tie a center block to it. Inside this conduit, when I got it, had this mule tape, 1,200 pound test or something, so we're good for this. You'd think, being a hobby knife maker, I'd have a knife that was fairly sharp. I don't know how I'm going to get in there, but give it a try. Well, it didn't fall in. That's a good thing. going to try to fish the floater out. It's been a long time since I've lassoed anything, but at least it's not a moving target.
Stop. Hold his horn on.
Well, that was kind of a chore, but I got them in the water and they're not floating. Hopefully the fish will like it. Thanks for watching. Come back and see us again.